Welcome back to our pumpcast. This is episode 4. Surprisingly, we've made it this far. Shout out to everyone that has been watching. You guys are amazing. Today we have a special guest for you guys. We have the man, the myth, the legend himself, the leader of the second greatest clan on Stadia, Cough Deliverance first. We have Captain Bunzo here. Hi, Cap.
Hi, Cap.
So we have our normal guests, Mystical and King, our co-hosts, as well as our special guest Captain Bunzo. Uh, Cap, why don't we start off by you just kind of telling us a bit about yourself? Like, where did you get your name from? Where did you get Captain Bunzo?
Sure. So it was about 20 years ago. I just got married to who is now my ex-wife. But I was
F.
fairly newlywed, and somehow or another, she was giving me a hard time about something, and her comeback was to try to call me Captain Bonzo, and it came out Captain Bunzo. And being about a 21-year-old, I thought, hey, that will probably be unique on the internet, so let's go with that. And shockingly, it generally has been. I've never found another one.
Captain Bunzo. I don't think I've ever even like met someone that has remotely the same name as you. So props to you for picking out a unique name. Uh,
Hmm.
I say the next question I ask you is what got you into Destiny? What what piqued your interest in Destiny?
Yeah, so I'm not really somebody long term who generally probably have called himself a gamer. I play some mobile games, Pokemon Go, and a few things, but I've picked up things off and over years. Um, Played some Dragon Age Origins years ago on the Xbox and a few things, but about a year ago, I had actually just separated from the aforementioned wife. Um, Living for myself by myself for the first time in a long time, which was a good experience, and decided I need something and didn't have a wife to tell me I shouldn't be buying toys, so I bought Stadia. And then after it arrived late November or so, I immediately picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey, started playing with that, but heard a bit about Destiny, and about mid to late December, picked it up one day on a whim, and basically I've not played anything since.
Now, so have you ever played any of the Halo games? I'm assuming not, right?
I have played Halo a few times. My son, who's 15, you'll see him on with me sometimes, Lieutenant Sunzo, which was intentionally comedic. Um, and he has Halo on the Xbox, and so I have played Halo, but probably could count the number of times I played it in one or two hands.
uh, welcome hired. He finally made
Hey,
it. Hired, are you in the car?
I am in the car.
That is determination at its finest. Literally, man's driving. He's enjoying the pumpcast. All right. Cap, what piqued your interest into Stadia, like versus any other console, say Xbox or PlayStation? Like, why Stadia?
Well, I think honestly, fundamentally, it was just simply accessibility. I mean, while I before I split up with the ex, I jump on at my son with Xbox some or play some whatever the Nintendo Switch or whatever. But I was living by myself. I needed something. I didn't really want to spend a lot of money, and I actually found that it was probably like October or so that I actually purchased my Founders Edition. I'm sure as one of the final people to actually get in on that. So really, it was just expense and everything. I mean, I'm kind of a long-term Google nerd, having been on Gmail and lots of their things for years and years. But it really started out that. But since then, it's just obviously just the accessibility is so fantastic with it. I can play on monitor or a laptop, and my son comes over and stays with me every couple weeks for a weekend or whatever, and I got him into it pretty quick. Stadia and Destiny, but not as much. He's not as obsessive as I am with it, but it's just fantastic. So easy to set up, so cheap. As long as you've got an internet connection, it pretty much does the job.
I feel that. I think I don't think I've asked everybody here what got into Stadia. So Mystical and King. Let's start with Mystical. What got you guys into Stadia versus other consoles?
hmm So I actually was a PS4 player. I played on console, and had some friends who were on PC and stuff, and they would tell me, "Oh, like look at the frames on this. Look at how fast my reactions are." And I just didn't like it, honestly. I think it was a little bit too complicated. I didn't want to learn all the time to learn M and K or just like play controller on there because I felt as if I wouldn't be able to compete against M and K players. So then my friend had Stadia, and he was like, "Hey, look at this! It's like a cross between PC and console, where it's 60 FPS, faster frames, but it's not as as good as PC in a way." And I just like that in between console and PC vibe. So that's why I play.
Makes sense. What about you, King? Oh, wait, just
I
kidding. He
play
doesn't play.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that King doesn't play Stadia.
One of the other reasons I don't play is because I have my Wi-Fi is absolute ass.
Understandable. I know I definitely suffered from that when I first started. Uh, Cap.
Yeah.
So this is a question for you by Leave or Lose. He's asking why you decided to start the Unknown Guardian clan. Where did that idea come from, and just kind of who I guess helped you along the way to build it?
I think there's probably a number of factors there. I think one of them is just that I think one of my unofficial hobbies is starting things every year or two. I run a Pokemon Go community in New Jersey that's got about 700, 800 members in it. So every few years, I just kind of have to start something. And I started playing Destiny, pretty quickly found a clan. Then the leader of the clan disappeared, and other people started a new Discord, tried to take over. And I'm also a 42-year-old computer geek. I work in IT, and I know how to run things. And me and a friend of mine, Game Junkie, who's one of my two co-admins of Unknown Guardians, were part of that clan at the time, and we just very quickly became unimpressed with sort of the kind of amateur thing we saw going, and decided, hey, what the heck, let's start a clan, and here we are 8 months later. So yeah.
What do you think was like the biggest factor in like the growth of the clan? Like,
I would
was there?
probably. Mhm.
You?
Yeah, I'd probably just say I probably put a couple factors on it. One is, of course, that we're just a really fun, friendly clan. We're not particularly overly PvP oriented. We do have some people who enjoy it, and kind of sometimes people come and go who are more into it. But I think it was really mostly just that we're very fun, friendly, and open. I think that the Discord has been a positive thing as well. I've been running Discords for about 3 years now. And plus that, plus my IT background, very, very easy to kind of set stuff up and try to make it as usable as possible. So I think that's been good as well. Of course, a lot of them have Discords. A lot of clients have Discords too. So
Yeah, definitely understandable. I know you helped us out with our Discord. Appreciate that. Shout out to Zender who's not here that also helped with the Discord server. Um oh, Flowers is here. Hey Flowers. No comment. For those the audio listeners, Flowers just joined the channel we're talking on and didn't say anything. What do you guys or do you guys have any questions for Captain Bunzo, chat, or anybody here, the co-hosts? You guys have anything that you want to ask him? While we have him on the line. Hired?
So, yeah, I'll think of something. I kind of, oh yeah, I kind of feel like I don't want to repeat anything because I missed the very beginning. But I just asked like I'm kind of curious about the game history. I heard him say that he maybe played Halo. He could count the number of times on his hand he played Halo. Is there some at what point did you get into Destiny? Did you guys already cover that?
Yes. You just answer it like you can give a quick like review of what you said, Cap, just so Hire can.
sure, I can summarize in short. Basically, found myself with a lot of time on my hands, needed something to do. got Stadia, played Assassin's Creed Odyssey for a while, for about a few weeks, and then stumbled into Destiny and just pretty much never looked back.
Okay, so you started Destiny when you were when you got into Destiny after Stadia, not before. You didn't come from a different platform.
Correct. I never heard of it when I was first playing on Stadia with the Assassin's Creed. I was actually doing a pool hall tournament once a week. I'm not very good at pool, don't get me wrong, but I mentioned Destiny one of my team members once, and he was like, "Oh my, you get in that game and you'll just never come out. There's just so much." And maybe I'll ask myself a question. One of the I think one thing I think is interesting is why Destiny. Um, and for me, I would say the answer to that is really just because I love the absolute variety of activities. I like the variety of weapons. I like how the game as a PvE player forces me to do new things. So when I first started playing, I had a favorite scout rifle I ran around all the time and hated everything else. And then I think Banshee or whatever made me do some gunsmith bounties, and I slowly started discovering other weapons. And I think they structure the game very very well to really get people to actually explore the different weapons, the different worlds, just even the different supers, and not supers, the different classes, and so on and so forth, or subclasses, I should say.
I have a quick question for you,
Sure.
Captain. As somebody who is obviously, I can tell that you like PVE and you're more of a casual player
hmm
compared to a hardcore PvP player. What would you say that the Trials of Osiris experience has been for you, as coming from the PvP player's perspective?
I can summarize it very briefly. Mostly fearful because I haven't actually played Trials yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say. Cap hasn't. I offered, but he's like, nah. I was like, okay.
Now, I'll get into it, and maybe that just goes back to what I was saying a second ago. I'm not particularly happy that to finish Solstice to the next my Solstice armor to the next level, I have to go do trials. But at the same time, if they hadn't put that in there, then I wouldn't be doing trials, and I'll definitely do some trials with you guys sometime, in the next week or two before Solstice ends because I wanna smash that through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
understandable.
I'll just say, yeah, I appreciate that Bungie does that. Like, a lot of people complain about that aspect. It's like, why are they making me play PvP? Why are they making me play Gambit?
Sure.
And it's like, well, they're doing it because they want to point people towards these experiences that they've built because there's something. I mean, I think that there's something compelling about every experience in Destiny. I think that there's something to be gained from it. I think that like anything else, it gets bored. It can get boring, or it can get rote. Like you're seeing the same meta play out in Gambit or in PvP, and that gets tiresome. But ultimately, those metas change, and there's something at the core of that experience that's worth checking out. I like when Gambit first came out, I was enthralled with it. Like I thought it was a great addition to the game. I thought it really played to Destiny's strengths of PVE and PvP. And like kind of mixing the two together. Um, but yeah, what's
I
your take on Gambit?
I was about to say I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, Gambit. Well, once upon a time, I would have said Gambit's one of my favorite things in the game, but I've played so much more since then that now there are a lot of other favorite things in the game. But I love Gambit because it is that blend of PvP and PvE, just enough PvP to not be too oppressive to somebody who runs into Crucible and just gets killed all the time, but still a lot of PvP. I think it's a PvE. I think it's a really really great combination. I don't play it as much as I used to because I've been focusing on trying to work on Wayfarer and a few other things. But yeah, it's great, and I agree with you about sort of forcing you even a non PvP player like myself, forcing me to do some of that because I can jump on with some friends, we can smash out whatever goal I need to get smashed out, and I'm starting to slowly enjoy it a little bit more, but who knows? Maybe in a year I'll be a PvP player, but we'll see.
I
Now that
definitely.
now that you
Sorry, continue.
mentioned
Go.
now that you mentioned titles, I was gonna say, do you think that the grind is worth for titles? Given that personally, I don't think that they offer a lot of value compared to how much grinding certain ones take. But obviously, so what would you say is like are grinding for titles that rewarding, or does the Bungie you think need an overhaul?
My answer would generally speaking be yes, because I like the fact that in the game there are so many things, different things to grind for or focus on. and it's just another one of those things. It is very difficult and time consuming, but you should have things in the game that are difficult and time consuming. And again, I like the fact I've been working on Wayfarer this season. I'm, getting pretty close. I've got a handful of stuff left to do, but it's something that I can, even as a almost strictly PVE player, I can still accomplish over time. I'm also a collector. I've noticed in various things I do, I like collecting things. So I go off and grab all these exotics and weapons and catalysts and finish them just because I like collecting and ticking off a box, and that
Mhm.
makes me happy, and I enjoy that.
Now you have a reason to collect all those catalysts and complete them.
Exactly.
Because they're all gonna go away if you don't complete them in time. Unfortunate.
Exactly.
Uh, so I'm gonna start reading off questions from the chat that we have. A legit is asking, "What is your favorite exotic, Cap?"
Ooh, that's a difficult question. Originally, I would have for a long time I would have simply said Risk Runner. My friend Game Junkie introduced me to it, 2 or 3 months in the game, and I mostly haven't put it down since. But I think really this season particularly, I've really been exploring a lot of things. There's just so many good ones. I love. I finally, I was very much of a slacker on the stuff this season, and I finally just earned Ruinous Effigy this last week. Um, and I've been enjoying that a lot because it's just so different. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good ones out there.
I still don't have Ruinous Effigy. I should probably grind for that out. And I know I don't have Divinity either. I know my friends are
How
begging me to do
do you not?
like I know J Dog has just gotten tired of me not having Divinity. So he's like, we're doing Garden. He helped like last night he helped me with the quest that you have to do before. So
Dude, take me with you. Take me with you. I need to do the quest first though. I haven't done that.
the quest is super easy. It literally took me like 15 minutes. So yeah, I can definitely help.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
do it. I wanna come along. We'll get Divinity together.
for real,
I'm at
exactly.
I'm at the same place. I'm at the
They're
same place actually. I've got everything done. I just need to do the Divinity run, the
yeah.
Garden run, which we tried a few times but didn't manage to succeed yet.
I Derpy says he'll help, so that's great. Uh, okay. So Pep, I don't know if we can talk about this yet. I guess we can. Just give a. It's not and not everything is set in stone, but this is just a rough idea of what we have in mind. So Descend Cap is asking us, what does the future of the Clan Alliance look like? Or, he says specifically gone, but I'm gonna put it for both of us. Like, I guess what are the hopes in the future for the alliance? In other words,
Do you want to go first or should I?
uh, you can go.
Oh, oh yeah, me too. I own one of the affiliated clans.
Yes. King is the leader of our Deliverance PS4 branch. Those of you guys who don't know, we do have a PS4 Deliverance clan, and King Aloy is in fact the leader. Thank you, King, for doing the work, expand our roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I think one of my hobbies in life is I like to build things. And once our clan got to the point that we had enough people playing on a regular basis that it was fun and there was a reason to be there and people are having a good time, it didn't take very long before I started meeting people from other clans. And it was kind of interesting to learn about that because I'm not a long-term gamer. So what are these like? What are the dynamics going to be? How do people feel when people come and go, etc. Um, and and pretty quickly I started having this idea in the back of my mind that I really wanted to figure out how to partner with other good clans because you also don't have to play very long in these games to realize that there's a lot of not so great clans or people out there as well. And
That would be
yeah,
me.
so I so I've been thinking about it for probably 3 or 4 months now, and just in the back of my mind, brewing away. We had another client approach us maybe a month back to want to partner, but what we found out is that they really just wanted to absorb us. And when we said no, they talked for the rest of the night about how we could do something partnery, and then basically kind of went silent. So that obviously, you know, indicated their intentions. So that's more of sort of where it comes from. As far as the back to the real question, what's the goal? The goal is really basically kind of like we've said. It's to build a network of good clans, and good defined by us is fun, friendly, open to people, doesn't mean there can't be rules about membership or how you get in or anything, but basically just fun, friendly, non-toxic. And I think something you could have an entire segment of a show on is talk about what toxicity actually is, because I think there's a lot of definitions. And something that I've talked with Rogue and Ozender and the admins of my clan is we want to put together sort of, and I don't have the right name yet, but it's almost kind of like a clan code of conduct or something. And the idea is here are the basic premises we subscribe to. That doesn't mean we're dictating how people run their clans, or how or what the admission criteria, or whether you're a PvP or PvP or anything. PvP, yeah, whatever. But the point is, here's something we can all agree to. And then I think something that comes out of that is, first of all, it just expands the network, as you guys have talked about a lot on the Pumpcast. Stadia is particularly special because of the small community, because of the tight knit connections. I heard you guys talking to on stream earlier today to Legit. And one thing I've heard him say as a young person is how much stronger the relationships he forms in Stadia are versus when he played on other platforms, because it is smaller. You tend to have more real conversations, and that's positive. So I think number one, I want to see a place where we can look at that network of good clans, so that we can just engage together more. I think a real second thing is really knowing clans that you can refer people to. So that in the future, let's say we ended up with 5 or 10 clans as a part of this little project here, you had a place when somebody comes along where you know where to send them. If they came to my clan, we would welcome them in if they said I'm a PvP player, but I might also say we're not really a heavy PvP clan. And if I knew there was a clan like Deliverance or something that was part of the group that was more suited, well, I'd just send them over, you know? Same thing if somebody wanted to do a lot of raids. We make our attempts, we do a little bit of that, but that's not really our focus. So if we had a clan that was a part of the alliance that was a heavy raid clan, then again, it's somewhere you can send people, and it's sort of like sending your kids out somewhere it's safe, somewhere they're going to join up, and people are going to take care of them, people are going to be nice, there's not going to be unnecessary toxicity, and so on and so forth.
We call this the Miracle on 34th Street plan.
I want to give I guess just thanks to Captain and his clan, because as many of you guys know, I guess my chat and my stream, I guess my clan as a whole, has been under a lot of what's the word, critique, I guess, for the way that I've chosen to do things, and turmoil. Yeah, not many people agree with the way that I choose to deal with or choose to handle um I guess just like toxicity towards, or not toxicity but per se, but just people that are not as sports, don't have a good strong foundation in what it means to be a good sport, especially during video games and things like that, due to rage and things like that. So
let's call it a maturity deficit.
Okay. Immaturity. So a big, at least for what I want to take out of this, is if Deliverance as a whole, and just Deliverance as one clan, if just us are trying to make a difference through people, and genuinely try to help them understand that it's just a game, and that nothing really matters, if you win or lose, great, but the main focus is having fun, understanding that yes, you can get salty about what people use or how people play, but at the end of the day, it's just a game, right? And just kind of help them grow up. If it's just us, maybe we can make a difference, maybe we can't, but it's just us in a way. But now with this alliance that's forming, now there's more room. We have a bigger network of people that can help to make a difference. What I want the future of this alliance to be is a way of reaching more people and helping more people, if that makes sense. The stronger alliance we have between everybody in the community, the more people were oh yeah, everybody's friendly with one another, the more inclined they're going to be to, I guess, welcome the, I guess, advice or just change or growth that we want everybody to achieve. The more clans that we have and united and working together to make the Stadia community a better place, then the Stadia communities can become better. In other words, so I just want to see this alliance grow the like mentality that I have, I guess. Instead of just getting rid of toxic people by banning them or sorry, immature people by banning them and just getting rid of them and sweeping them under the rug. I want, and I think Cap for this because I think he's agreed with the sort of ideals and morals that I have over this, that we can take them in and we can show them that there's a different way to play a game, that that I guess rage isn't the only option. And so yeah, in other words, that's kind of what I hope to achieve with this alliance. That it allows us to spread our roots even farther and help even more people and reach new people and just help more people grow up and make the Stadia community a better place. So I genuinely feel like it can go a lot faster the more clans we have and the stronger our alliance is with every single one of the clans than if Deliverance was trying to do this on our own. So thanks Cap and the Unknown Guardians, every member there, for the support that you give, not just me but the Deliverance clan as a whole. You guys have definitely been a big part of just like a peaceful clan, I guess, or just a better community, and in the short amount of time that we've been working together. So thank you guys. I don't know if there's anybody watching from Unknown Guardians right now, but thank you as well on the behalf of myself and Deliverance. Derby says, I feel like I'm watching a TED Talk. Converting angry boys into positive boys since day one. That should be our motto. Yeah, converting angry boys to positive boys. That's our alliance our makeshift alliance model at the moment. So I definitely welcome
angry girls?
Okay, angry guardians to positive guardians.
Girls don't exist.
So if there's any clan leaders that are watching this and you have listened to like what I just kind of what me and Cap and talked about, and you kind of agree with the way we want to do things, we understand it's not going to be easy. Like you're not going to see change from one night to another. You're not going to be like, they're not going to join the clan and be like, oh, be better, and they're just gonna like a little flip like switches on in their brain. They're like, all right, say no to rage. Like that's not gonna happen. We know it's gonna take time.
I don't think we're not affiliated with Say No to Rage, by the way.
No, who's that? Is that a person? Is that a client?
He's one of the streamers that got caught up in the latest purging of Me Too stuff. So.
Oh, okay. We're not affiliated with him or them at all in any way, shape, or form. That was a poor choice of words on my behalf. I apologize. Yeah. So thank you to everyone. Stream is not ending, by the way. I know it sounds like I'm ending the stream. But what do you guys think we get our king? I don't know if you have any thoughts as well as our Deliverance PS4 branch. If you have any thoughts or comments that you want to add?
No, not really. The only thing that I want to get done with my clan is just getting more members.
Yeah. Chat, if you guys play PS4 somewhat reliably, please search up the Deliverance PS4 branch.
Or just DM me and I'll send you an invite.
Yeah.
Is it actually a separate clan from the Deliverance clan on Stadia?
Yeah, it's literally called Deliverance PS4.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be great. What do you guys say we move on to questions from the chat? So Cornworld is asking us, who do you think will get world's first on the Deepstone Crypt competition? Which is the new raid coming. Is that the actual name of the raid? Has that been confirmed, or are we just speculating that's what it's going to be called? I think it's just speculation.
No. Deepstone Crypt, I think, is the dungeon. I thought, and the raid is yet unnamed, but they haven't announced what it's called.
Okay. Well, I guess in this case, Cornwall is talking specifically about the Deepstone Crypt, so we're gonna talk about that. So who do you guys think it's gonna be first? Redeem, Math Class, or just anyone else? Those are the two clans that are best at coming out first.
What? How about us? How about Stadia?
Me,
Dude,
What would it
Deliverance.
mean? What would it
the
Deliverance.
mean for
king.
Stadia?
Um,
Yeah. What would it mean for the Stadia
um,
community if the world's first was got by a Stadia team?
I think it would definitely push like Stadia to a better light. I'd be like, oh, I guess there's actually people on Stadia playing stuff. Okay. Like I remember I was watching a DCP podcast episode and they were talking about Stadia. And like they kind of did like a little backhanded like compliment about trials on Stadia. But like it's understandable, of course, because like everything people have seen that don't play Stadia is just pretty much bad stuff. Like it's the I guess the marketing that Stadia has done for Destiny not really been the best. But hopefully, if we were to win that raids first or whatever dungeons first, whatever it is, would definitely boost the popularity of Stadia and thus like giving us more people that would want to hop over here and be like, oh, what's going on over here? Like to check us out. So that'll be pretty awesome. What about you guys?
I'm gonna get the world's first. I'm gonna solo it.
You're gonna solo the raid on your own.
Yeah, the brand new raid. I'm gonna solo it and get world's first.
I think Deliverance is gonna go for world's most recent. I think that's the more realistic goal. We are in fact a people, or mostly people. It'd be a mixture of Unknown Guardians and Deliverance. We get 3 to 3. Just hop in there, complete it.
How about if there was a wider alliance? We get one from each clan.
6 clans?
Go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, one from each clan. A representative, the best raid person from each clan to jump in,
Dude.
make a superstar team, take world's first, or be in the running for it.
We should do that. I feel like setting it up now. Just grabbing the best raiders that we have on Stadia and just like hop in there and just see what happens. Like that'd be genuinely.
That would be a hell of a project. Part of the thing about that is though, raid teams really need to work together for a while first, um, get their groove down and so on and so forth. So if you're gonna do that, you got to start that project now.
Yes,
For
heavy
real.
scrimming.
We
Heavy
have
scrimming.
just run raids daily. Then we have like 2 months until it comes out, right? I think that's when whatever it's called. What is it called? Beyond Light? Is that what I think it's called? Beyond Light comes out.
Yeah, it's a little less than 2 months.
The next question is
Wait, hold on. It's November 10, right? So that's we're August 22. It's gonna be it's a little.
Oh no,
over,
yeah, you're right. That's a little less than 3 months.
we got time and then. So yeah, we should probably set that up. I know Flowers is in the chat saying you called. Flowers, I will actually specifically call you into this world's first raid because of your climbing capabilities, and who knows if there will be a climbing part, so we can send you up and just discover new things. um, next question. Yes. What are our thoughts on the TikTok ban? So personally, I don't really care about it. I don't really use TikTok. But I know that there's people that make or like have gained popularity and made their living off of TikTok. So it would be like seeing Twitch get banned or something like that. So as an outside viewer, like I don't like really care about it. But as a fellow like content creator, I understand how it could be like disheartening about the ban that I guess your livelihood just got banned in America. Like, how do you even cope with that? Something that's like brought you money and things like that just banned. I mean, if there was a different way that we could that could be settled, I would definitely be like fine with that. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really affect me in any way, but I do feel for those who rely on that for I guess career. What about you guys?
Well, well, what is the? I'm not exactly up to speed on what the latest news with that is. Is it in effect? Like is TikTok down in the states or what?
So I can probably jump in because I listen to too much political crap on podcasts. In short, Mr. Trump decided to, by executive order, demand that the company that owns TikTok sell to a U.S. company in something like a little over about 90 or 100 days or so, which is phenomenally unheard of. Big deals like that usually take years to happen, not months. But in the long run, nothing is going to happen. I mean, maybe it will get sold eventually, but it's incredibly unlikely that TikTok, goes off the air in 2 or 3 months when this quote ban takes effect, because he actually doesn't have the power to require what he's asked. If you really want the up-to-date news, TikTok filed suit against the government today about the ban because it is just simply fundamentally not constitutional.
Well, there
Just
you
download a
go.
VPN,
Like,
boys. There you go. Use it.
yeah.
Really that would work.
I mean, like, yeah. I think it's. I I get why it's even a thing. It's because like the president seems to have this sort of axe to grind with China, and that's not to say that like China hasn't done things that are unjust towards the United States or towards its own people, for that matter. But um, I just don't see this as a. It feels like more like a reality show stunt than actual diplomacy, and I think that the sooner we can change things, the better.
Anybody else have a opinion on it?
Um, I could honestly care less, but it'd be better if it was, if they don't ban it, because then, like, all those people who make TikToks and stuff, it'll be like the whole Vine thing when Vine left, all those people moved over to YouTube, and then it kind of, I don't know, made YouTube a little worse than it was. Because there was all these people who are new to YouTube. It could bring a surge in good content, but
Well,
I
one of
don't
the things that's
think
funny about it, one of the
it
things
would.
that's funny about it, guys, is the reason that it came about. Really, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the claims that are being made, but it's really on the back of the fact that a bunch of teenagers on TikTok collaborated and bought or didn't buy, but requested fake tickets to the rally Mr. Trump was trying to do in Tulsa. And so they thought they were going to have literally like a million people there, and then about 5,000 people showed up. So Trump would never say so directly, "Oh well, we didn't like what happened with this." So instead, he just tries to ban the company.
Yeah, that sounds like we could use some of our clan ideas in government.
The alliance.
People being in terms of people being more mature. I will say, did you guys notice that? I don't know if you guys use the YouTube app, but on mobile, more recently, and I feel like this may be them trying to capitalize on it, on this story or this or people being concerned about TikTok's future. But like they have this thing now where it's like YouTube Shorts, and they like put them in little rectangle buttons under the under your video you're watching as recommendations, and they're just little like I think a minute or less videos that are related to what you're watching. Uh, did anybody else notice that?
I haven't really been on YouTube in a while, so I can't say I have.
I mean, it seems like a neat feature. Like I use YouTube fairly often, but like it's very like it's kind of handy to be able to like just kind of at a button press watch something is going to only take you a minute to see. You're like, oh, check this out. This looks interesting.
Yeah.
You're more likely to click on it than having the expectation of how much time you're investing in it. You can make that sort of value calculation immediately. I think it's kind of a clever implementation, but that feels like it's kind of horning in on the TikTok slash Vine style, right?
Sounds like me at like 1 in the morning. Just might as well watch this. And then it's like I'll look at the time and it's like 3.
How often do you
In the
guys?
morning? In the
Yeah.
morning? 3 in the morning?
Yes, 3 in the morning.
Okay.
It's like 1 in the morning. Then you watch a couple of videos. Like you look at the time again. It's like 5 p.m. You're like, wait, what?
So your parents are coming down to call you for dinner.
For real. Uh, so A Legit is saying Rogue Pumpkin for president, and I wholeheartedly
Yeah,
agree. Honestly,
Dude, why don't you run?
yeah,
uh,
dude. It'll be like
I'm
Kanye
qualified,
West.
dude.
It'll be between you and Kanye West.
I'm gonna change the name of United States of America, Republic of Guardians. There you go. And then, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll make it
just do it via just do it via executive order. You could do anything with an executive order.
executive order. Like, make me. I'm the only one that's allowed to play trials. I'm the only one that can go flawless. Uh, Turn the U.S. into a giant delivery service. Postal. The United States of Deliverance. I like that, dude. Uh, Laughing. Apologize for that. Yeah, chat's having a field day with that. Let's go on to the next question. Noble is asking us, what is our favorite Mario game? I I think I've played a couple of Mario games, but not like I'm not a diehard Mario fan. So I think I've only played Mario Odyssey, and I didn't really finish it. So yeah, that's my take on it. I guess it's Super Mario Odyssey since it's the only one I've actually played. Oh, Mario
I like the
Kart. You're
one where
right.
you do the stuff.
You do the stuff. Yeah, agree. I scratch that. Legit reminded me of Mario Kart. Mario Kart is my favorite one. Mario Party is actually pretty.
Sorry, which Mario Kart?
I don't know. I think it's like 7.
The one on Switch or the one on Seven's the one on 3DS.
Uh, I don't know. I don't. I remember played it. I played it on the Wii. That's what I played it on.
The Wii would have been Mario Kart
6.
6. Yeah, it was just called Mario Kart Wii though.
Okay, well, yeah, that one. Mario Kart Wii is the one that I liked. So, yeah. What about
I'm gonna say that Mario Kart doesn't count.
what? My entire like, what was the point of me like talking about how much I liked it? It didn't count. Um.
It's not like I think he's asking about the Mario like platformers. You know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey is the only one I've played. I still haven't finished it, nor do I have any. Yeah.
Dude, I barely started it. Sorry, let's move on to the next. Who's the next person?
Mystical. I don't know. Mystical's played any.
I'm here.
Uh.
I have.
Really?
Yes. I have. Yes. Didn't like it that much. I found that it was very limiting. For example, I'll give an example. I love Destiny 2's movement. I think that there's just a lot of good movement options that you have. Other games, not so much. That was the primary reason for me.
Which one did you play?
2.
Two which on what platform?
PlayStation.
You played
What?
Mario. You played Super
What?
Mario
Sorry,
Brothers
no,
2
hold on.
PlayStation.
No,
Guy
not
played
Wii. Hold on, the
Mario
Wii.
on
What am I saying?
PS4.
PlayStation. I was thinking something
What?
else.
This man's a hacker.
The regular Wii. I played regular Wii,
Oh,
the old
you
one
played
where you had to
you played Super Mario
Galaxy.
Galaxy
Yes,
2 on the Wii?
Galaxy. Yes, no Galaxy, not 2. I
Okay.
like Galaxy. I just didn't like Galaxy 2. I thought Galaxy was just a really good game, and I think that there was no need to make a second one. That's all I can really say to it.
There was no
It's
need.
kind of like an expansion almost, right? Because it was just like same engine.
I know, but I just like the completeness of it. I tend to like it when things are wrapped up in a way.
What about Captain Bunza? Did you play any Mario games?
We can't. Like says you're talking, but I don't hear anything. Oh,
can
you
hear.
can? I can't hear. That's very weird. I guess just translate. Oh, he left. Heck.
Yeah, he's resetting real quick to see if it might be a NAT issue that's causing you not able to hear.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Just
I
because if I
just
can't hear you, then
disconnected, and
like Twitch or chat can't hear you.
that that makes it difficult. Yeah, so I've played the Mario games pretty consistently over the year. It's one of the few games I actually have played. The first I played was Mario 64, and then I played the Wii version and the Switch version, and I just think they've got better and better. I think I finished 64 and the Wii version. I might have finished. No, I didn't finish the Switch one, but my kids did. So I just think they've got better and better. It's been a great game over the years.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit uncultured. Yeah, uncultured here since I never played any Mario games besides like Mario Kart, Mario Party.
So Rogue, you have a Switch, right?
I do.
We should play some or like classic Mario, like NES, SNES Mario.
I'll be down.
Can you stream it?
I would definitely have to figure that out how to stream. Or not Switch. The Nintendo.
You do capture direct from the desktop, right?
Yeah,
So you need some kind of capture device. Do you have a capture device?
I don't.
Mm,
Fortunately.
okay. So I'll throw my hat in and I'll say I think Super Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite. It came out at a time when that was sort of like I remember when it came out. Like I remember it being a big deal and like everyone at school talking about it and going to friends' houses, going to my cousin's place to play it. I didn't have a Nintendo at the time. So, but I really was enthralled with that game. It was like they had it featured in that movie with Fred Savage, the Wizard, and it was just it was like this big cultural phenomenon, and it's a really well designed platformer with a lot of variety and challenge. Um, and it's just top class. I will say that it's kind of I can't really. It's hard for me to pick that over Mario 64 because I feel like Mario 64 was very much that for the N64 and PlayStation generation. Really like kind of paved the way for the 3D platformer. Very much like a pioneering game in 3D game. Uh, so they're both up there for me though. Mario 64 is absolutely fantastic.
Can we count Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Game series?
No, we cannot.
I played that. What about Super Smash Bros? Does that count?
Oh, dude, I
No.
love Smash. Smash is like that. Smash. That's the one like best Nintendo game in my opinion.
I'm gonna
I've been
stream
playing
Smash, dude. How about
since,
that?
dude. I would destroy you even, and I destroy you in Melee. I destroy you in Brawl, and I destroy you in the newest version. I totally forget what it's called.
Who's your main,
Super
Mister?
Mario
I've
Baseball.
been I've been Meta Knight main since he was broken in Brawl.
Mr. Meta Knight. He's not in Melee. Who are you gonna use in Melee?
Fox.
Of course. Final Destination, no items.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Yeah, Derpy says I think Lego games were the first games I ever played, and I can agree with that. I think the first Lego Star Wars was the first game I ever played on anything before, which is just kind of insane to think about. That's where I started off. Now I'm over here playing, like, shooting aliens and killing.
I used to just play with Legos, like the ones that you step on and you just scream cuss words.
You just like make
Used
you
to
want to
play with
rethink
those.
life with every step. Animal. Um,
That they should make that part of the death penalty. They gotta walk to the electric chair over just a ton of those Lego bricks.
instead of that, that'd be funny. Um,
I would I would throw out Breath of the Wild, since we're not really talking about Mario anymore. That's actually the last game I really got into and played consistently for a long time was Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I thought it was amazing.
I wasn't able to finish that game, but I definitely would be interested. I was borrowing it from a friend, and unfortunately, there was like an expansion that came out before I finished it. So he's like, "Yo, can I have it back?" And I was, so I was never able to finish it, but definitely, I've heard a lot of great things about it. The last time I played, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that. Oh man, I I didn't finish it either, but that game really it was this weird thing where it's like Nintendo did an open world game and did it really well. I know they had help from I think um, some other designer, Monolith, I think, whoever worked on uh, there was some other franchise that they had on Nintendo platforms, like an RPG style game. I can't recall it right now, but um, that developer helped them with it, and like, but at the same time, it caught this spirit of like the original Legend of Zelda back on the NES of just having this sort of world that you can explore at your own pace, and kind of like it didn't really point you necessarily where to go, and but it drew you into various places because of the way the world was designed and interesting things. Like it really is just a curated experience like none other, I think, and they really
So
they
kind of,
brought it.
well, I feel like if I didn't have context to what you were explaining, I would have thought you were explaining Dark Souls, because that like it kind of sounded like a similar game to Dark Souls, where they don't tell you where to go, they don't hold your hand through the game, they
Uh,
just
yeah, I wouldn't say it's similar. I mean, I don't know a lot about Dark Souls. I just have the basic
uh,
gist of it, but like it's similar in that aspect. Yes.
it's a pretty
Dark.
difficult game.
Yeah.
So, Rogue, do you mind if I ask a question to the panel?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this is a question. Say,
I
sorry,
could,
did I cut out?
yeah, you did.
What would you say is your favorite PVE activity in the game?
Uh,
How specific do we have to be, out of curiosity? Like, do we have to, like, for example, if you say raids, do we have to name the raid? And if we say strikes, do we have to name the strikes? Or just generally, what is our
Yeah,
favorite?
just make up your answer for whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Sorry, let me just be. We're talking about Dark Souls real quick, and Derpy said a really funny comment. I just want to read out real quick. He says, "I like how Dark Souls not only let go of your hand, but then proceeds to smash your kneecaps in the first few seconds of the game."
It does.
So,
Oh, that's so accurate.
I have never played Dark Souls, but I've heard stories about it. And
that's a
I've
fun game, dude.
beat it a couple
Ladders, man.
times.
I feel like
Ladders games are
Sekiro
so
is
fun.
kind of the same thing. I think is that what it's called, Sekiro?
Sekiro? No, because in Dark Souls, if you die, it's over. Like, you start from the beginning.
No,
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
in
Sekiro was
Dark
made by the
Souls you
same developer. Yeah.
in Dark Souls, if you die, you kind of it just puts you back to the last campfire that you had. It respawns all the enemies and that were in the area, and if you die and you lose like all your currency that you had, but you're still able to get it back if you just go to it, or if you and there's certain items that you can throw on to like a ring of sacrifice to kind of cancel out that dropping all your souls when you die.
Let's go ahead and go back to Cap's question. I would say my favorite PvP or PvE. See, like I main. My favorite PvE aspect is probably gonna be. That's a hard one. I'm gonna maybe raids. I guess I loved raids in D1. I don't feel the same way about raids in D2 though. I guess raids. I mean, uh, I've never even completed Scourge of the Past. Like I've only done the boss. Um, Garden is my favorite raid, but it's because it's only the only one that I actually know how to do reliably. So I guess raiding. I hate Gambit. Well, actually, I used to like Gambit, and it wasn't until the Malfeasance quest I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I would definitely say raids. What about you guys?
Mars Patrol.
What? You like
Yeah, dude,
patrols?
obviously. It's patrols, dude. Patrols is the move.
Dude, public events, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, bro.
The best.
Public events on Mars.
Dude, it's really satisfying to like farm patrols with a team that knows how to fucking do patrols. Okay, like I don't know if you've ever done that, but like it's like get a lot of you can kind of like do it. I think just doing anything like striving for maximum efficiency in PvE like is something I've always like, and like, but in terms of a specific activity, I want to say like 0 hour. Running 0 hour and going for like the heroic stuff there was really fun. Like there was something about that, the way that whole, I call it a dungeon. They don't call the 0 hour dungeon, but to me it might as well be. I like it more because it's like the platforming and all that stuff. It was timed. You had to run it over and over again and get really. It was like a speed run dungeon, you know. Like, and it was like I loved that. Like that was so much fun.
Understandable. All I can say is that I can't wait for King's Fall to come back to D2. I will literally, you'll never catch me in PvP. I will literally be Fall every day,
I just
nonstop.
want to play strictly King's Fall.
Strictly.
Not even to get rewards. Just to
I'm gonna Sherpa the heck out of King's Fall, dude. Like every single run, I'm gonna do like I'm the only one who's gonna know how to do it, and I'm being
Are
explaining
you
the
gonna become
entire.
like the thing, like the guided raids?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna revive that like thing, the guided raid thing.
Guided raids
Yeah.
initiative.
Yo, are you doing? Is anyone doing guided games on Stadia?
I don't think so. At least the
I've
last
never
time
done one.
yeah, I don't think anybody's doing it. I don't even think there's anybody looking for it, to be honest. I think Stadia has just come to the understanding that there's no one. You're never gonna find someone there.
I've
Well, no,
actually done it once. The guided games
on
for a
PS4.
Scourge. Yeah, for
Yeah,
Scourge.
see, I think that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like the typically the problem with guided games was that there weren't enough teams leading versus the teams that are
Looking for it, yeah.
yeah. So like it was, you could always pick people up if you were the clan who was trying to pick people up, but you couldn't. You might have to wait for an ungodly amount of time
Oh,
for
dude.
someone to pick you
I
up.
think I had to wait 2 hours. My queue time was 2 hours long. I was like, heck no. That was back on the Xbox. I was done.
Can you go in with five and try and pick people up, or does it have to be four?
I think you can pick a 5, or you can go 5. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's at least 2 people, right? And I don't know if there's a cap. Well, it's for sure not 6.
You need 3 clan members to be able to start it. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll answer my own question. I think in particular this season, one of my favorite activities has been EP, Escalation Protocol. Particularly because we got into doing a lot of it because we were grinding out Ikelos weapons for Wayfarer and various things, and then the whatever it is, the World Line Zero Catalyst. But you know, we've had a lot of fun with it this season, getting 2 3-person fire teams on the planet, and then you can just, you know, I think somebody said something earlier about just something you can do efficiently. You can just absolutely smash through that, just do it over and over and over, going between level 7 and 6. It's kind of my particular thing I'm proud of because I've currently done, I think it's like at about 81 completions, which has been fun.
I need to do that. I'm going to send you a friend request. Are you captain?
Captain
Yeah,
Bunzo.
Cap
Yeah.
Bunzo.
Or no, you're not just captain. The word captain.
No, it's
CAPT.
CAPTBUNZO.
Oh,
But yeah, we
okay.
can. Yeah, we can get two people on the same Mars, and then build up 3-person fire teams, and it's a whole different experience with a bunch of people in voice chat, just smashing through it. It's I found it to be a lot of fun.
I actually
Oh,
don't
I need
mind.
to do that on Stadia.
Yeah, so actually a shout out if anybody still needs Ikelos version 1 weapons for that, we're happy to help. Or if you're looking to grind out the catalyst for World Line Zero as well.
Yep.
Hired is not okay right now. Chat, we're approaching the end of the podcast. Chat, do you guys have any more questions and any questions for the panel, for Captain? Going once, going twice, and oh, doesn't look like there's any questions.
Well, then it's not sold.
Okay, moving on.
I think he was selling the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I was still in the end. Okay, Derpy has one question. This is gonna be our last question. He's asking, what is our view on peanut butter sandwiches? Now,
I love them.
We did this.
did we?
for?
Your favorite? Ooh, I actually have a question after this one. A quick one.
Okay. Peanut butter jelly, or is it peanut butter jelly? Okay. If it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I'm all for it. If it's just peanut butter sandwiches, I'm not. I'm not feeling that.
They call
Well,
that a choke. They call that a choke sandwich.
just no, just peanut, just spoonfuls of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. Who
just
needs the bread,
spooning it.
dude? Yeah.
Oh god, just eat it out of the can or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
The
eat
bottle.
it out of the box,
The jar.
Paradox,
The jar.
yes.
the jar.
I
The
stopped
jar.
buying peanut butter for that reason. I'm like, I cannot be trusted with it.
This is dangerous in my house. That's funny.
I haven't had a PB&J in years, but I'll vote yes on the good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, particularly with grape jelly or raspberry jam.
Uh oh, I think that we've all answered. Paradox is asking a question. He says, "Do you love me?" Paradox, we all love you here. Okay, for King, I guess doesn't love you.
Wait, hold on. I have a counter question. Can he dance?
Can you dance?
Yeah. Can
Okay.
can he dance?
Paradox, can you
he now,
dance?
Can he now dance?
See, if we're gonna wait for his answer.
It's a song. It's a
Heard that
Beatles
song.
song. Do you love me? Now that I can dance?
He says, "Yes, I can dance. My abuela taught me." I don't what Beatles song was that? I swear I've heard almost every single Beatles song. Well, I think I have. Give me the name.
Now that I can dance, 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 dance.
I feel like I'm in the back
Gotcha
of the
now.
classroom during a presentation.
I think I have to hear the whole song. It sounds familiar, but like,
Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you
are we
love
gonna get
me?
copyrighted for this?
Do you love me?
I don't think it sounds close enough.
Now that I can dance. Sorry, we should really move on, probably.
All right. I want to thank everybody for watching the podcast. Shout out to Captain Bunzo for being our very amazing guest star. Shout out to the rest of my co-hosts. Flowers, the lurker, Higher Noobs, the permanent special guest, Mystical, the PvP sweat, and King Aloy, our leader of Deliverance. Yes, 4. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my chat for watching and for being active, and for just asking a bunch of questions for new guests. By any chance, if you guys are interested, these podcasts are streamed live on Twitch over at twitch.tv/ropepumpkin every Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. We go live on the dot. Every single weekend, we have a new guest, a new member of the city community. Um, and yeah, it's just overall a good time. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you all. Noble, that was the end of the pumpcast section, so you can go ahead and end that. The rest of this is just for the Twitch. Noble is our editor. He edits the pumpcasts and then uploads them to Anchor and all that. If you guys have made it this far and you enjoyed the pumpcast, please drop a follow. I see a lot of people talking in chat that I know for a fact are not following. So please drop a follow. It definitely helps out.
Call him out.
Call them out specifically by name. Maybe next time. So please go ahead and drop a follow if you plan to do so. Thank you guys for being an amazing audience, and I think that's it. I think.
King was trying to say something.
Oh, King,
Trying to put.
you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
I'll save that. I'll save that for next week.
The great Wibby, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. The send. I'm not doing hydrates right now, brother. I don't do them during the pumpcast. I apologize.
Pumpcast.
I'll have to refund you the points.
Drink water.
All right, guys. Thank you all for being amazing, and I love you all. Have a good night.